Hey Barbie, so today I am back with another video, and as you can see by the title down below, we are bringing you guys relationship advice. You guys have been asking us how we maintain a healthy relationship, and we are here to give it to you. We're here to give you 7 tips, not 1, not 2, not 5, but 7 tips on how to keep a beautiful empire together, how to keep a healthy relationships together, and how to just keep each other happy and love one another 110%.
That's right.
Period. So we're gonna get started with this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the Jayda Lakota family. Gang. Turn on the post notification bell so you can hear it ring, and it's going to tell you when I'm posting another video. But without further ado, ladies and gents, we about to jump right into this video and get started. Period. All right, you guys, so we're going to get started with this video. We're going to ask each other questions. Well, ask ourselves questions, and we're going to answer them for you guys. You guys have been asking us a lot of questions on our Instagrams about our relationship, but we only picked 5 questions just so we're not making this video extremely long for you guys, because we also want to get into the tips and elaborate a lot on the tips. So the first question is, how did we both know that we were meant to be together?
How did I know she was meant for me? It's a feeling. It's a feeling. You can't mistake the feeling. You just feel it in your soul. And I'm not saying you can't get a feeling with anybody else, but this is a new feeling that nobody has ever given me, all right? We had the same passion. We had the same interests. I can look her in the eyes. It doesn't feel weird. It's just a genuine spark that we had. So I kind of knew. And only time can tell. I'm not saying the first time y'all meet, y'all get a good feeling and it's going to be forever. Yeah,
no. The reason on why I just know that he's meant for me and I'm meant for him is because, like, for me, trust is a big issue back then for relationships. I did not trust anybody because boys was just doing me dirty left, right, up, down. Every time I came out the door, a boy was doing me dirty. So when I met you, I just felt like you was not only genuine and loving from jump, but you are honest. Like, your honesty was like something that like took a big, huge, like I was like, huh? Are you serious? You're being honest with me?
That's one of the tips. That's one of the tips.
Yeah, honesty is key.
Honesty
like,
is.
It's a huge part of your relationship. You can't be in a relationship if you're not honest from jump.
Keep it stacked.
Exactly.
Right? Don't spend nobody. Just keep it
like, if you're not feeling this person, be honest. I don't like you. On to the next. Goodbye. Peace out. We were just meant to be. God was like, you know what?
It's feeling.
And I was in a huge dark place when I first met Justin. So he was like my little light, my little angel that saved me. And I was just like, you know what? And we started off as best friends.
Oh, yeah?
We started off as close friends. Somehow you turned into my boyfriend.
Look. It's just, when we see each other, like, every time we see each other, when I see her, it's still that feeling like we just,
butterflies.
The first time we met, like, it's like, oh my God.
I be telling him on the way there, babe, I'm so nervous to see you.
He's like, I'm nervous to pull up. I'm like, what?
Why?
It's not like I don't get butterflies.
I get butterflies.
Just happy. It's just a genuine happy feeling that I have when I see it. It's, you just know. When you know, you know. That's it. Don't make it complicated. It is. That's it.
So, second question is, how do we deal with arguments, or how do we bounce back from arguments? I honestly believe in arguments, like, you really have to give that person time to calm down, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, if he calls me right after we just argued, I'm cussing you out. I'm going off on you. I don't want to talk to you right now. Or I would decline your call. I would block you. Don't keep calling me. You will call me. Babe, he would literally call me 100 times. Be like, you about to listen to what I gotta say. No, I don't want to listen. I don't want to hear. You will talk to me when I am calm down.
You don't keep adding wood to the fire. You let the fire simmer down.
Yeah.
So I stand down.
You definitely have to give each other time. And then when you guys are ready to talk, don't take days and days. If you in a serious relationship, like especially like with us, like we don't give each other days. We give each other like at least like hours to really figure ourselves out and to really like dissect the situation. And then we like come back together and we talk and we're like, all right, well, first of all, and what you always want to do is you don't want to say, I'm sorry, but like, I'm going to say, look, babe, first I want to say I apologize for what I did on my behalf and how I treated you or how I talked to you, because that was not my intention to hurt your feelings. That wasn't my intention to even talk to you like that. And then I'll elaborate on why I got that heated, why I said what I said, and why I went off the way that I did. And he does the exact same thing. He'll say, babe, look, I apologize. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. I love you. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Communication is key. I feel like
tip, right?
Yeah. So that you just got to give each other time, figure it out on your own, then come back together and apologize. Even if you didn't do nothing wrong, apologize. And hold up, let me say this, because y'all females be believing that your guy has to apologize for every single thing. No, because you really need to take accountability for what you do sometimes. You need to sit back and be like, oh, I was the reason on why this happened, or I was the reason on why this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I mean? You have to apologize. If you're in a forever relationship and you really want this to last, apologize, even if you ain't do nothing wrong. Okay? If he started it, I'm gonna apologize. Babe, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to even cause this. Because obviously it takes two to have an argument, I feel like. You can't argue with yourself. It's not one person having an argument. It takes two people to have an argument. So either one, I'm making him mad, or two, he's making me mad. So that's exactly what you have to do. You got to figure it out.
When y'all both angry, y'all going to ping pong. The negative energy ping pong. So nobody wins. There's no solution.
And so it's like once you get him mad, you happy. Right. And then once you make me mad, you're happy.
That's how it goes
all the time, no matter what.
I'm calm, she's angry. I get angry, she's calm. Like, just let each other breathe.
And then come back together.
Come back together.
Number 3, how do you keep a strong bond with clashing schedules? Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Whew. You want to take this one?
I can take this one, because y'all ain't know, currently enrolled at Towson University. I'm about to graduate
in December.
Bro. That's scary, bro. But yeah, I'm a full-time student. She has 2 jobs. She gets up at, 7, 8 in the morning. I go to bed at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, because I'm doing assignments for school. So when she wakes up, I'm tired. When she's on lunch break, I got to go to class. But you just have to know.
When I get off work, you're in class.
Right.
When I'm ready to go to bed, you're up.
I have a late class. I have a late class at 7.
When I'm ready to go to bed, you're not even home.
I'm not home. I don't get home till 10.
Or when 10:15. When I'm ready to go to bed, you up cooking dinner and you got to do all these assignments. Chicken, rice, and broccoli.
Every day.
Every day. But I just feel as if with like our clashing schedules is a very we've been dealing with it, especially like this year. I feel as if like it's really hard because it's your senior year. Last year it was kind of like, it wasn't like you were slacking in school, but you did like, you was relaxed, you was chilling, you was like, I ain't gotta really do too much. But since it's his senior year, he's a full-time student. Like, he has school every day except for Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And majority of the time, I'm working on a Friday or a Saturday. And then I have Sundays off. But I'm not going to want to have to drive all the way up to Towson, which is basically an hour and 45 from my house, and then have to stay here for a day and then drive all the way back and have to get up at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Right. Or he has to get up early for class or anything like that. So it's just like, I feel as if you really have to take the time out. If you are in a serious relationship, you really have to be dedicated. Like, this is a full-time job too. This is not part-time. This isn't where he's giving 100 and I'm giving 0, or I'm giving 100 and he's giving 0. It's not. It's a 50-50 thing. It's even split. And I feel as if, like, especially with clashing schedules, you have to make time. You have to really sit here and say, all right, babe, look, how are we going to do this, that, and the third? Because I really do miss you. I want to see you and this, that, and the third. You got to sacrifice. Either you going to lose some sleep, or you going to miss a meal or something. We'll be missing meals, but we can eat all the time.
We don't miss no meals. She on this. But you got to know what to sacrifice. Like,
yeah.
My assignment, and she has to understand that as a girlfriend, as a wife, that sometimes I can't sacrifice, like schoolwork. She knows I can't miss an assignment.
No.
She understands. That's part of a relationship, a strong relationship. You got to understand.
When he has midterms, exams, anything like that, you are studying.
She stays over there. I'm studying.
I'll talk to you later.
It's
That's
understanding.
Cool. You go to the library, you stay there all day, and then you text me when you have time. Exactly. Or you're on your little lunch breaks, you text me. And you call me for like a little 2 minutes and say, babe, I love you so much. I'm doing this, that, and third. Talk to you later.
Major key right there. Just take 30 seconds.
It takes 30 seconds to call somebody and tell them what you're doing.
All right? How you doing? What you doing? All right, I'm going to get back to you.
To check up is so quick.
It's so easy, bro.
So the question number 4 is how to keep communication open while having an argument.
You gotta understand what you want at the end of the day. I want a forever with her, so I'm not gonna let an argument unless she cheat on me, but she ain't cheating on me.
Cheating on you?
She know better than that. She know better. But
who? No.
I want this to last. So even if we go through a serious argument, I'm gonna think in the back of my head. All right. I still want this at the end of the day. I'm not gonna let this argument break us up or anything, because that's what I want. So you have to understand that as a man. All right, we gonna fix this. Everything's gonna get better at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, question number 5 is, how do you guys reassure each other?
Whew.
Let me take this one. I'll take it.
Man, I can take it.
So. I am not, let me say this, number 1, a lot of y'all be like, you so bougie, you like expensive stuff. Am I expensive?
Not at all. Get her some flowers.
And some chocolate.
And a frappuccino. She gonna be straight.
Call it a day. I don't need nothing. I don't ask him for anything. I'm not a materialistic type of girl, so I don't need you to bring me a big huge box of like Louis Vuitton stuff or Gucci, or I don't need nothing from you.
It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't gotta blow a check for reassurance, bro. Like I said, get her favorite flowers. Get her some roses, some chocolates. Take her to get some food. Take her to get sweet roll. That's her favorite.
That's my favorite.
Just take her to get some ice cream.
And you did that.
It's simple. It's like I said, it's not complicated, bro. Take her to get ice cream. Take it to Walmart. Have a Walmart adventure. Like just
spend time together.
Be spontaneous, bro. Everything doesn't have to be planned.
You don't have to be spending $10 million out here just to show him that you love him.
It's simple.
No. All right, so we're done with the questions. We're not going to do no more questions no more. That's the 5 questions that we're going to answer for you guys. So now we're going to get into the tips on how to keep a healthy, beautiful, loving empire. This relationship needs to last forever. So these are the tips that you need to do and apply them. Apply them to your relationship, sis. Let's go. So, tip number 1. We're going to get started. Okay. Tip number 1 is what, baby?
G-O-D.
Who?
G-O-D.
Who?
G-O-D. That's it.
God. Period.
That's it.
I feel as if with relationships, you definitely need to keep God in the center of your relationship, especially like with us two. We have always, everything that we've done is about God, and we always make sure God is knowing about our relationship. If we're having problems in our relationship, we turn to God before we turn to anybody else. Like, we're not going to turn to our friends, our family. Nobody needs to know about our relationship except for me, Justin, and God. Like, he needs to be the center of everything. We pray with each other before we eat all the time. We pray for each other every morning, every night, every day. Like, just throughout the day, we're just praying for each other and praying for our relationship, and just wishing and hoping that God like just makes this relationship forever. And whatever we're going through at that moment in time, if it's like an extreme astronomical argument. Like, we always make sure God is number one that we turn to, because we don't want to vent to our friends. Let me say this. Hashtag, stop calling on your friends that got a best friend. And start calling on God. Because if you keep calling on your friends going to tell everybody your business and tell everybody what you're going through in your relationship. And nobody needs to know that but you, your husband or your girlfriend or whoever you're with, your wife, and God. Nobody else needs to know. So that's just period.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of took over that section, but it's good because, I mean, that's it. G-O-D. Send your problems up to G-O-D. He gonna help. He gonna guide you through.
Guidance is key.
Easy. All of this, easy.
All right, so number 2 for our tips is trust. You can take this over since I took over number 1.
Trust. That's key. Right after God, you gotta have trust with your significant other. Mm-hmm. The relationship isn't there if you don't trust them. Mm-hmm. Why are you with dude if you can't trust him? If he leaves out and you sweating and you panicking about where he about to go, who he about to be with.
Why are you with him?
Why?
Seriously.
Why?
Look, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know why you guys
beyond me
stay in relationships if you don't trust this person. That's just stupid to me. He ain't no build a man workshop over here. Look, you gonna take him for how he is, and if you don't like it, on to the next. There's 10 million people out here. If you don't trust him, move on. I mean, yes, you can always build trust in a relationship, but it takes time to do that. Number 3. Time. You see that?
Time.
It's time to give some advice. Time. So I feel like with time in a relationship, you honestly have to know who you are before you jump into a relationship. And what I mean by time is take time for yourself individually. Stop jumping from guy to guy to guy to guy to guy when you're not ready for a relationship yourself. A lot of people don't take the time out for themselves to figure out who they are, where they want to go, what they want to do before you jump into a relationship. You think you have to give your all to this guy when you don't know who you want to be with. You don't know what kind of man you want. You just searching, you just fishing out here. You like, look, I'm about to have all these fish over here. You don't need that. You need to really take time out for yourself. Like, for an example, with our relationship, I was not physically ready for a relationship. Yes, I kept saying, look, Jess, I want to be with you. I'm ready for this relationship. But mentally, physically, emotionally, I was not ready. I was deep down lost. I was confused. I didn't even know who I was when I first met Justin. So how could I jump into a relationship with a damaged, like, I was already damaged. So how could I jump in a relationship with him when I'm so damaged? He gonna have to pick up all the damage to really figure out who the heck this person. He ain't doing a puzzle. This ain't no puzzle over here, okay? And I feel like that's how it was when I first met Justin. He had to pick up the pieces and like put the puzzle together. Okay, this is what happened. This is what you went through. It doesn't need to be like that in relationships. You have to really take time out for yourself, figure out who you are, where you want to go before jumping into anything serious.
And then I'm going to say, don't let society push your agenda. It's not a rush. You don't have to rush into a relationship because you see who's a famous relationship couple?
Queen and Clarence.
Clarence.
De'Ara and Ken.
De'Ara and Ken. D and K. It don't matter. You do your own pace. You walk with your own stride, bro.
Just because you see everybody else in a relationship doesn't mean you have to be in one too.
Bro. You don't have to. Learn yourself. Be good with yourself. Be good with God. Be good with yourself. Then you pursue. And don't force a relationship also.
And a lot of y'all be doing that. Y'all be forcing. I feel as if you really need to, number one, like my baby was saying, you really have to have a relationship with God before you have a relationship with anybody else. You can't be in a relationship with anybody else if, one, God is not the center of your life, And if you don't even have a relationship with yourself either, like if you don't know who you are, ain't no way you could be with somebody else. And that's the same for him. When we first met, he was not ready for a relationship. He told me, like, look, no, I need to figure out what I want to do in my life before I just jump into a relationship with you, especially a serious relationship. Sorry, I'm not trying to talk about you, like, even though you could talk for yourself. But it's just like we were both not ready for a serious relationship when we first met. I was forcing it. I will be honest. I was the type of girl that was forcing a relationship. Was I not?
You were.
I was. I was forcing it. I was jumping into a relationship that I was not mentally prepared for. So he, being the honest man that he is, says, woo, you need to pump your brakes. It was literally God talking to me like, look, you need to pump your brakes. You need to figure out who you are first. You're not ready yet. You're not ready for a relationship. And he even told me that. Like, you're not ready. I'm not ready. And us together, we are not ready for a relationship. And once he said that to me, I really took the time out for myself. He took the time out for himself. And we grew individually.
But we were still together. We was close.
We were very close.
We wasn't in a relationship.
We were best friends.
We stayed side by side. We learned each other. Yep. We experienced life.
We grew together.
Exactly.
Not individually where we're like messing with all these other different people. But we stayed close. He knew all the moves I was making. I knew all the moves he was making.
Develop yourself before you get with somebody else. Because you're giving your all to another person. So make sure you're all together.
And let me say this too. Let me honestly say this. You can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. So if you're not in love with yourself, there's no way that you can be in love with somebody else. Like, and I had to learn that as well. I did not love myself because I was very depressed. I didn't know who I was, like I was saying. But when I first met him, I was just like, ain't no way I could love this man if I don't even love myself. I don't even know who I am or where I want to go. So you definitely have to make sure that you have a lot of self-love, because if you don't have that deep down inside, there's no way that you can love somebody else. There's no way that you can fulfill somebody else's needs or anything like that, because you're not all the way put together. All right, you guys. So number 4 is emotional bonding. I feel like this is a huge part of your relationship. I feel as if like this is something that you need. It's a necessity in your relationship. I feel like you definitely have to not only take time out for each other, but put the phones down. Like with Justin and I, we put the phones down. When we're together, we don't want our phones. We do not disturb, D&D. If you text us, we're not answering because I'm with my boyfriend or he's with his girlfriend. And I feel as if like that's something that we always do, which is very, very healthy. You have to have emotional bonding. He's venting to me. I'm venting to him. We're taking the time out to, even though we know each other a lot, to really get to know each other even more on a deep, deep level. Even though we have already really done that and we really do know each other, but you can get to know somebody.
Never stop learning.
Exactly, on a deeper level. So I just feel like that's a very huge key in a relationship, because you don't want to always be around your boyfriend or girlfriend and you're just like,
that's sad, bro. Like, and that, when people at restaurants,
man, it makes us so mad.
People at restaurants, bro, all they doing.
Oh, it makes us mad.
Both of them.
We be wanting to say something too, like, bro, put your phone down. Pay attention to your man, sis. Like, what you doing?
Y'all only sit here eat for 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and y'all can't even get off your phones. And it's so sad because social media has been a huge, huge, huge problem in this world. I feel like whenever you're around your friends, this goes for friendships and relationships. I feel like when you're around your friends and you haven't seen this person in a long time, tomorrow is not promised. You don't even know if you're going to live the next 5 minutes, next 5 seconds. Like, we don't even know what's going to happen after we make this video. So you really need to take the time out to just have emotional bonding with each other. No phones, just nobody else, just you in that other person. Even with friendships, if I'm hanging out with my sis, I don't want her having her phone in her hand all up in her face on FaceTime with somebody else. You don't need to be on FaceTime with nobody else when I'm right there. You don't need to be texting nobody else on socials. You can take time out for that person. Like, and it has to be genuine time. Like, it cannot, you can't sit here and just like be on your phone. That's so disrespectful. Don't come around me if you about to just be on your phone all day, because you could have did that at your house, bruh. You could have stayed home for real. You just really have to take the time out and love each other and do a puzzle together. Read a book together.
A puzzle.
Light a candle and just talk and cuddle. Watch a movie together. Conversation.
Bro.
Take notes together, bruh. Take notes together.
Bro. Paint together.
Paint together.
Paint and sip. Take
the time out with each other to write down your long-term and your short-term goals. Like monthly goals, daily goals, yearly goals. Where do you guys see each other in like 5 years? How do you want this relationship to be?
6 months.
And exactly, tomorrow. Like
tomorrow.
You guys should definitely do stuff like that. Emotional bonding is very, very, very
essential.
Yes. So number 5. We kind of did talk about this just a little bit within the questions, but we're going to talk about it again. Communication. Number 5. You can go ahead, baby.
Communication. Fellas. It's key. It's essential to a healthy relationship, bro. All you got to do is check in. My problem was I felt like I had to check in. I had to tell her everything I was doing. But all she wanted was for me to check in and tell her what I'm doing. When I get home, when I leave the house.
And it's not to just be all up in his business. It's to just know he's good. He's safe. Like, it's nothing like that. It's not where, oh, you going here, I'm about to pull up. I'm about to go see who you with. Like, no, it's not like that. It's just to make sure that my man is good. He's taken care of. He made it home safe. He made it to his destination safe. All right, I'll talk to you later, babe. Like,
check in, bro. Babe, I just touched down. Well, babe, I'm about to go out with the fellas. We'll be back. I'll call you when we leave. I'll call you when we go to wherever. XYZ, it don't matter, bro. 15 seconds of your time. It saves arguments.
I know we're talking about communication right now, but I definitely believe that him and I need to talk about this one specific point for you guys, so you guys can really understand. Like, we have been together talking everything since 2017, and we have definitely grown into a beautiful, healthy relationship, but there's keys and ways to grow into it. So, babe, you want to talk about that one thing that we
ladies. This is the problem I see with ladies. Fellas, I mean...
Yeah, I don't really see it with guys, but I definitely see it with females.
Fellas don't really do. But females feel the need, and this touches on trust a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But females feel the need to have your password and go through your messages and go through your DMs.
Like I'm doing right now. I'm just playing.
She know better. We don't
I'm on his notes.
We don't do that.
We won't do that over here.
That's an essential part of trust. If you don't trust me to live my own life and do what I can do by myself, then why are we together? What are we doing? So, I mean, everybody has that phase that like, who you texting, who texting you, whatever. And it's natural, it's human. But after a while, we build trust, and it's like,
but I don't think
are
like
out.
With this relationship we ever did that.
Ever.
I may have asked, like, if his phone is dinging and I'm talking to him, like, who's texting you right now? I'm trying to, like, really talk to you about something serious. But it's like...
She don't really be serious. Like,
yeah, I'm not like, oh, you have to tell me who it is. It's like, yeah, exactly. It's me joking around, like, playing with him. All right, so we're going to get into tip number 6, which is make up after arguments. We kind of talked about this a little bit in the questions, but we want to elaborate on it a lot more. I feel like with an argument, you guys should always make up. Yes, you guys have to, 1, give each other time, space, really figure out who did what, this, that, and a third. But also making up in a relationship, it takes you like putting in 110%. The effort is what is key to the making up of the argument. So you guys can't have an argument and say I'm sorry to each other and then you talk about it the next day. Right. If we argue and I say I'm sorry and you say you're sorry,
speak up.
Speak up. Communication. which was key before this. So
it all goes together.
Exactly. It's like a freaking
that's why
circle.
We going back and forth.
That's why we jumping around
together.
because it's just like all together. This is all one. These are 7 different tips, but they're all united as one.
And then
like you and your husband.
A healthy relationship, y'all gonna understand each other's side on the argument.
Yep.
Okay, and while y'all talking about it, okay, I'm sorry for what I did, but I want to talk about how I felt about what you did. And if she loves you and she understands, she's going to be like, okay, I'm sorry, but this. Y'all talk it out. Y'all might go back and forth. And then once y'all say sorry, it's done. Bury it, put it away, on to the next. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
don't keep bringing it up days later or hours later. Like if we talk, for an example, if me and Justin have an argument yesterday, I ain't about to bring it up today. I said what I had to say yesterday. I got it off my chest. And that's the thing. I feel like some of you guys like hold back. You're too scared to say certain things, or you don't want to be the bigger person and apologize for what you did wrong. But it's just like, if you just do it and you communicate and you be an adult about the situation, communication is like something very big, which is huge. That's why communication is before making up after arguments. Like you have to communicate. You have to take time out for each other. You have to really dissect the argument. And don't sit here and bring it up days later. Like that's just don't do it, because then it's going to start another argument. And you don't want to keep making arguments and arguments and arguments. Okay, but you did this, that, and third. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's move on. Like it was a little stupid, childish argument. Let's move on. It's time to move on. So that's just what you have to do. Now, tip number 7, which we will be doing right after this freaking video. You already know. Y'all probably think about something else, but no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about go on dates. Tip number 7, go on dates. Take time out together. No, we just talked about this with freaking what? Time.
They all together.
They all together, but it's just like you have to take time out for each other. You need to go on dates. You have to. It is mandatory. Ain't no, all right, we been on a date like what, 2 months ago? That's fine. We good for the rest of the year. No, like y'all need to be going on dates at least, like literally, I promise you, at least. Like, not every single week. If you're not up like that, don't go out every single week. But at least every 2 weeks. At least 2 to 3 times a month. Don't sit here and drag it out where you're like, all right, so we went out in August. You know, bruh, today's November 1st, bruh. Like, I think we good. No. Like, no. What you feel about going on dates?
Dates, I feel the exact same, of course. But I was scared to go on dates. The word date scared me because it's like you got fine dine, you got to dress up, you got to do this, you got to spend money. But dates don't necessarily have to be dinner. Dates could be, like I said earlier, dates could be spontaneous trips.
Like going to Walmart.
Walmart, that's a date.
We went on so many dates to Walmart.
We didn't spend a dime.
Nope. And the thing is, when we go to Walmart, we go through every single aisle. The clothes, the baby clothes, the men's clothes, the candle aisle is what we really stay. We sniff every candle. It might even be like 500 candles. We sniffing all the candles. We're looking at things for like our house in the future, or like our house when we move out of our parents' houses and stuff like that. Like
it's easy. Spontaneous dates. Where are we going? Walmart. Where are we going? Target. Where we going? To the freaking field to just sit down and talk? Pumpkin
patch, like just something. Like don't think you have to always get your little heels on, get a nice dress, get your nails, your eyelashes, your toes done, you got your makeup and your hair done. No, you don't have to do all that for a date. It could literally like ayo bed. You try and like go get some food, get a little good eats, maybe go to a couple stores. You know, this is something that Justin and I like really love to do together.
What we like?
not only go to Walmart or like Target, but we really love going to like pet stores together and like playing with the fish or like anything like that. Like I just
we crazy.
We are crazy like that. We love doing it. Or we will even go to like Ross, or we'll just go anywhere, Party City, just to walk in there. Like we just go to stores.
Spirit of Halloween.
We even be going to IKEA. Have IKEA dates.
That's my spot, though.
We probably gonna go. You wanna go there today? Let's slide there today. Seriously.
IKEA.
It is like that's the move. That's so much fun. I took him to IKEA for the first time. Like, what was it? Last year? Beginning of the,
let's say last year.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was either last year or literally like the beginning, like January or February of this year, and that was his first time going ever. And he was like, "Bro, I've never been here. What is IKEA?" I mean, he probably knew what it was.
I knew what IKEA was.
And he was just like, "What?" Like,
I didn't know they had the store.
He thought it was like an online type of thing.
I honestly did.
And he did not know it was a store. So I was like, "Babe, let's go to the IKEA store." He's like, "Excuse? Huh?" I'm like, "Bruh, you ain't live yet. Let's go to IKEA." We got our little slushies, walked around IKEA, was sitting on the beds, laying on the beds, just talking about life. Just like having a good time. Lives, definitely. Just having a good time. Free.
We paid
just
for
walk around.
$2.
Yeah. If that. But we just really do like to spend quality time with each other. And you don't, like he was saying, you don't have to spend dollars and dollars on dates. You just really need to take time out for each other, love each other, have an emotional bonding session with each other, communicate with each other, love each other, patience, talk to God with each other, like just everything. Like don't sit here and just say, "All right, well, you want to go on a date? Go to the movies, go out to dinner, go to the mall, buy this, buy that." No,
that ain't
it could just be anything.
Basic.
It could just
take
be
it to the
anything.
movies though. No, I'm not saying don't take it to see the movies. We about to go see what Maleficent or something. Take it to the movies. Don't cancel that out, but don't think that's the only date. It's the only thing to do.
Babe, remember when we went to Walmart and we were doing the hula hoops and riding bikes around Walmart together? We're clowns, but we just be having so much fun together. And we call that dates. Like, we call those dates because it's like we really, like, no phones, nothing like that. We're just taking the emotional bonding session together. We're just loving each other, everything. Like, taking the time out together. But I hope these 7 tips, our relationship advice that we gave you guys, I hope we really touched home for you guys and really helped you with your relationships. And if not, I hope you guys comment down below and let us know like what we could do next for you guys to help you out with relationships or just anything that is going on in your lives. We are definitely here to help. We're big, huge helpers. We love helping people. So this is something that we'd love to do together. I was going to do this video by myself, but I was like, I got to have my baby with me because this, like, he is just like me. I'm just like him. So I hope you guys love this video. I hope you watched it all the way to the end. And if you did watch it all the way to the end, put the emoji ring in the comments down below. And we hope to see all of you in our next video. Bye.